is the concern. The governor can make you can have the chance to be heard at a meeting until you bow the knee. The governor has exceeded, and especially the state legislature has exceeded their constitutional authority, and this must stop, and it must stop now. This resolution points out the lack of science behind cloth masks. But more importantly, you can debate the science. It's very hard, though, to find the opposing science to censorship by big tech media and by the mainstream media.
We're family.
Is there the ability for people to be heard?
Yes. There's a speakerphone downstairs, so during the public comment section, there's gonna be a gentleman down there that'll call up here. There's a phone right on the desk that will allow you to talk directly to the commissioners.
I've had 5 negative COVID tests in 2 weeks. That makes a difference.
I didn't make mandate.
Well, I was here second, so
What are you asking? A bigger facility?
It's just 2 other areas that are split up.
Oh.
They're still monitoring, you can still hear and
He's
see
actually
what's going
just
on.
asking for your cooperation so he can follow the mandate that we're kind of obligated to follow. They've set up 2 rooms right below us that's still able to participate in the meeting, and we'd really appreciate your cooperation. If at least half of you could take advantage of the rooms that were set up just for this, so that way everybody can be heard, because it'd be unfortunate if they have to shut the doors and not hold their meeting due to the requirements.
can somebody show us where to go?
Dave, I don't know where you.
I can.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
And some of you that.
Keep things peaceful and respectful law enforcement. Part of what we're trying to do with this resolution is actually to make sure that we are peacefully addressing our grievances and addressing these issues. I agree with you just as much. The size should not be limited. But I think it's best if we just respect law enforcement at this time.
My name is Will Keniston. I'm from Livermore Falls. I'm here today representing Beacon for Sovereignty. We're a group of patriotic Mainers that want what's best for our families and our state. Who am I to stand up and speak? I'm not a doctor or a politician, but I am a Mainer, a dad, and a friend to several small business owners. I'm no expert, but like many here tonight, I have eyes, ears, and a heart. You know what they're telling me? They're telling me that something's wrong in our great state. For almost a year now, we've heard that it's just a few more weeks. We've heard that once we flatten the curve, all this will stop, yet it hasn't.
Take 610 people divided by 1.3 million people in this state. That's 0.00004% of the population. And we're killing the economy?
My name's Lynn Hodgson. I'm the administrator for the Maine Freedom and Liberty Fighters. I'm a pastor. I'm a counselor.
Where do you live in?
Poland. The COVID deaths from January 4th, 20 to January 16th, 21. 296 deaths. Underlying cause COVID. Multiple causes.
Causing our children to live in fear. You can see that on their faces and their eyes. It's going to affect their futures.
And so you're going to have viruses come around, and some of them, until your bodies adjust, yes, you may be ill, and you're going to have some death, absolutely. But we've had that for eons.
The legislative process has been shut down. You no longer have a right to petition the legislature. I've called all my legislators, I've heard from none of them. That's why this is happening here. This is happening because it needs to happen. And when people are denied legislative access, Samuel Alito in November of 2020 stated in the Federalist Review that the United States of America is under the most restrictive constitutional restraints in the history of our country. In the history.
COVID-19 is basically another flu virus. It exists in the world now. It will never go away. It's going to come around every single year, just like every other flu virus in the world comes around every single year. We need to learn to live with it without shutting down the entire world. We can't shut down everything every time somebody gets a cough and a sniffle.
All levels of government need to do whatever they can politically to push back against this, push back against the governor, and we all need to get back to work as soon as possible, all Maine people.
And if you look across the spikes, the cases, whatever deaths you want to look at, the numbers, all around the world, it's exactly the same. And the only spikes you see are in states like New York, where they took a bunch of unhealthy people with COVID and they locked them up with the most vulnerable, with the grandmas, with you know, and then that's why other people did it.
I'm here to tell you that the science is not settled on masks or on COVID-19. I said not. It would not ever be settled because it would not be science if it were settled. We hopefully avail ourselves to new information.
Felt compelled to share a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We should never forget that everything Adolf Hitler did in Germany was legal, and everything the Hungarian freedom fighters in Hungary was illegal. That being said, I don't think we the people are going to back down over this issue. We just haven't had a way to move forward with it. There's been no leadership.
Draw parallels between the civil rights movement and the fight against COVID protocols, and that is just so wrong and so insulting to all the people who have died trying to fight segregationism or slavery, and to connotate or to invoke Martin Luther King in this fight for freedom is just so wrong. So we got to do a reality check.